Hey everyone, here we are in my soarer again. So this is the manual transmission sitting in there now. So that's a R154 and that is still the auto tunnel. And over here to my left we have a Supra manual tunnel that I've unpicked from a cut that I brought off someone. I was going to put a new one of these in, but it's just taking too long to get from Japan, so I ended up picking up this quite cheaply. I've been told that these are basically a direct fit. It sort of looks like it will be. So yeah, a bit unfortunate though that I've got the gearbox already fitted. So we're going to have to pull the shifter out and lower the gearbox, so then I can, and also obviously undo the handbrake. Then I can hopefully slide this tunnel backwards and out and slide this one up and in. So wish me luck. So here we go, undoing the shifter. Trying to undo the shifter. So there's these bolts, there's this one here, there's this one up the top here, and then there's two down the bottom. And I'm hoping all of this will come out. That's gonna fight me there. Alright, I might have to undo the handbrake. I'll get some more of this apart and I'll come back to you. Undoing the handbrake at the moment. So I've got all of this unpicked. As you can see, that all moves. And the only thing holding it up at the moment is the handbrake. Bring you around that way a bit. There you are. So you see what I'm doing. So yeah, there's two 17 mils that hold the handbrake on. With the seat out, this is a much easier job, but unfortunately I sort of need to keep the car driving so I can get it in and out of the workshop every day, and I'm sick of pulling the seat in and out, so I'm going to try and do this as much as I can without pulling the seat out for like the 10th time. So when I undo these two 17s, the old tunnel should sort of drop down, and that will allow me to get that bolt up there, which is at the moment fouling on the old auto tunnel. So we're nearly there. Sorry, it's a bit shaky. Very tight. That's annoying. Always the last few threads. There we go. So then I can get that out the way. And the tunnel should just drop down. There we go. And now I can get that bolt out. Or can I? Well, I might have to put the car up and drop the cross member slightly so that all of that will come down. I'll be able to get that bolt out, also be able to get the 2 bolts from underneath. So I'll put the car up and I'll take you underneath the car.
Someone else is driving it. I just got that car, I just got that car. I only drove it once. So I need to grab my license.
So this is a bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So we've got the tunnel all unpicked up in there, but it's much bigger than I thought. And then we've got the catalytic converter in the way. We've got this heat shield, and it's looking like the tail shaft is going to have to come out to do it. So that's what we're going to do. So here we go, the exhaust is starting to come out now. We got some of the bolts off, and this heat shield. There we go. I can see a bit more clearly now. So here we're taking the 2 bolts from the bottom of the shifter, and we've already loosened the cross member to bring it down a little bit, and we have loosened the center bearing just to give it all a little bit more room. You can see there, that's where it's all been unpicked. And up there. So hopefully once these bolts are out, I can reach up, get that top bolt out, which is all the way in there, and the shifter assembly will slide backwards and up and out. So here we go, we've got the shifter moved out of the way now, and that sort of just folded forward into the floor, and it's sitting in the cabin now, and there we go. Wasn't quite as easy as there we go, but it's coming out. There we go. So that's the auto tunnel removed, and we'll go over and compare it to the Supra manual tunnel. So here we have the auto soarer tunnel out. Came out in mostly one piece. Here we've got it chopped out. I originally was going to fit like a fiberglass cover that goes over this and kind of Sikaflex it down, but not very, I just couldn't find anything that I was going to be happy with. So we went all out and found the Supra tunnel, which is all you can find now because the soarer ones are discontinued. So you can see they're very, very similar. So the handbrake mounts and that sort of thing, it's all the same. This side is a little bit different, but we're just going to trim this off. And we'll put some weld through primer on these areas where I've had to take the spot welds out. A couple of them I made a bit of a mistake and drilled all the way through. And we'll offer this up to the car and see how we go. So there we go, I've chopped off that edge that we needed to get rid of. Went a little bit close to that bolt hole, but that doesn't matter because it's not left-hand drive, so that would be where the left-hand drive handbrake would be. And we've put some copper weld-through primer on there, and I'd say it's ready to fit up. This is the moment I've been waiting for, to get the tunnel actually in. There we go. Like a glove. Alright, well, we'll put some of this stuff back together. There it goes. And we'll bolt the handbrake in so it holds it up, and we'll see how it all looks from the top. We've got the tunnel sitting in there now. Well, more than sitting in, it's actually fairly welded in with some terrible welds, but we're trying to keep the heat down because the car just keeps wanting to catch fire every time we put the welder near it. But yeah, it's going all right. All the gaps are nice and tight, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got it in the right position because the handbrake bolt holes line up here. The shifter is a tiny bit more forward than I would like, but it'll do. Certainly better than having a gaping hole in here. So yeah, I'm going to continue to weld, and I'll bring you back when we're going to put some sound deadener on it and go from there. So finished welding it in. Some dodgy welds, some very good ones, but overall very happy with how it's come out. Not a very simple job, especially if you're an idiot like me and you leave the gearbox in, or put the gearbox in first rather. But yeah, you get the idea. Now it's time to clean it up a bit more, put some sound deadening on it, and maybe some seam sealer, and I'll come back to you. So there we are. Painted, cover is bolted down. Came out okay, if I say so myself. It's gonna do the job anyway. Bit of weirdness going on with the shifter boot, but that's fine. And I need to make up a bracket here so that we can bolt the console in. But yeah, she's getting there.